Hi friends, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I have my June currently inked. We're going to go through that today, and I kind of have everything pushed off to the side. I don't know how rainbowy this is going to be in order. I tried to kind of situate them, but the greens and blues are kind of all like blue-green or green-blue. So we're just gonna swatch them all out and hopefully it looks nice at the end. I am going to use a new tool. I'll share that in a minute. So let's get the notebook out, and I have my pens are all in my rickshaw. This is the Fillmore case from Zodiac Pen Co. that I picked up at the Atlanta Pen Show. So I'm going to have that off to the side. And then I have water. But my new tool, I'll share a video of this. It'll be up later. But this thing is gorgeous. It's a glass dip pen, which I'm only going to use the back end to swatch. I just want to see kind of how that works out. But look how pretty this thing is. It is gorgeous. But I am going to use the back end of it just to do the swatching, and then I'll write with each of the pens. So I'm going to get everything set up and zoomed in, and we'll get started. Okay, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I think I might just go across the page and then just write underneath of it. I did want to mention the pen. I know a lot of people like to ask where the swatching tools come from. This is from Bungu Box. I will link Bungu Box down below, but these are one-offs. They create one with either a single-sided nib or a dual-sided nib in the color, and then they sell the one. So right now, the last time I looked, the only ones that they had available were just clear. I will link like the glass dip nib section, as they do restock this pretty regularly, but I mean, it can be a little time before they restock them because they just have to have them handmade. So I will link where this came from, but just know that this one is not going to be available, and I don't know if this colorway will ever be available. I don't know how often they restock like the different colorways. So we will just get right into it. And I think I'm just going to go across and then write underneath what pen and ink combo. We'll do that. Hopefully I have enough room. So first up we have, this is Linen Toolbar Sesame Oil. I really like this ink. I don't know how much I am liking the pairing, just because I have it in a really fine nib, and it is kind of a, I think I did that way too far down. So we may have to go a little lighter going forward. But it's a nice, good shading ink. It's just a little light when you put it in a extra fine, which is what I have it in right now. So it's a beautiful ink though. I really like this one. So I have this inked up in my new Zodiac Pen Co. This is the Pisces in 3 Olive Martinis. The resin blank comes from Fountain Telling, which is Kristen. She is lovely. I've met her at the Atlanta Pen Show, and I just love this. So mine is in the satin finish, so it's more matte, not really glossy, but I love this pen. I really was worried, and I talked to Bart about it before I ordered it, and he told me that it was very similar grip size to the Cancer model, and I do find it. The Cancer model is a little wider back on this end, but it is very similar in the whole pen and the grip section. And then the cap is different, but I like that it doesn't have a clip. I love this pen so much, and I am a Pisces, so all right, we're gonna go with linen. Linen toolbar. Oh, sesame oil, and it is in my Zodiac pen. 3 olive. Martini with an extra fine nib. And I'm not the best with writing with an extra fine. It is very fine. I kind of prefer like a really wet ink in extra fines, and this one's a little drier. It's not too dry, but it is a little bit drier than I generally put. But I'm enjoying, I mean, I love this pen so much, and the nib is great. It's just this ink with this pen is a little bit on the drier side. So, but that is my 3 olive martini in the, oh, I didn't write, it's a Pisces model from Zodiac Pen Co. Okay, next up is an ink that I've used numerous times. I love this ink. It's Henry Jekyll by Wearingeul. It's just a nice red. It's like a darker, but it's a nice wet ink. I love this ink. Let's see if we can go a little lighter on this one and just maybe go a couple of lines. I don't know how I want to do this. I like the kind of messy look. I just don't want to run out of space. Okay, so I have this inked up in my, this is the Plum Twisby with the onyx trim, and I think it has a medium nib. I can't really see it because it's tucked down in there, but I got this from the Gentleman Stationer, and I'm pretty sure that he only had the medium left. So let's see, this is Wearingeul, Henry Jekyll. I forgot to do my little, so you can kind of see the ink. Let's do that real quick on the one above. So it's not like a super dry ink for the sesame oil, but it is just a little drier in that extra fine nib. So that second ink is Henry Jekyll by Wearingeul in my Plum Twisby onyx trim. So this one's more of a greenish yellow. This is Kitty Inkpot, Song of the Crown's Thorn. just to add a little bit in there so you can kind of see the shading. And I have this inked up in my Papa J Floral Finial. Oh, it doesn't want to focus. I think it's because I'm so zoomed in. It's wanting to focus on the page and not that finial. Okay, so this is Kitty Ink Pot. Song of the Crown's Thorn. Floral Finial in its Key Lime Glit with a fine nib. And this is a really wet ink and very legible. This is one of my favorites from Kitty Ink Pot. I have a lot of samples from them, and most of them are very light, and some of them are harder to read, but this one is like so good. I love this pairing. The ink has some yellowish undertones, so I think it looks really nice with this pen. Looks so good. Love that pairing. Okay, next is another new pen that you have not seen yet. I'm gonna do videos and get videos up, but I don't tend to do a whole lot of just unboxings. I like to do more of a review, so I like to have a little bit of time with the pen before I actually film it. So my next ink is one of my favorites. This is the it's the Atramentis Charles Dickens, and I just adore. I love the color of this ink. It's so good. It's probably one of my all-time favorites. And see, it looks a little more blue, and then we have the other one that's like a brighter. I probably should have done, I have another color that's very similar to this one inked up this month, but I don't know. In the writing, they look different, but in the swatching, I'm kind of thinking that they're going to look similar. I should have put them closer together, but I love this ink so much. But it's sort of like a greenish blue. I think it dries more green though. It looks more blue going down, and I have that in my new Custom 823. I fought buying this pen for a long time just because I have the 743 and I love it, but the nib is a little too fine for me, and I wanted a medium nib, and these pens, they've just went up on price so much that I couldn't justify it. But Endless had a really good deal. I guess I've had the pen for maybe a week or so, but they had a really good deal on this, and I couldn't pass it up, so I picked it up. So this is it A? Yep. I always spell that one wrong. So this looks more blue on this paper, but the paper I was writing with it earlier is a little more green. And this is a broad nib, which I think I have in October. I'm going to go see Matthew Chen, And I think I'm going to have him just reduce it down to like a medium fine maybe. Or maybe a medium broad. Maybe we'll just go a little finer. But it's a little too broad for me. I mean, I can still write in these little boxes, but this is Pilot. And it's Smoke Gold, I think, is what it's called. And it has a broad nib. I love that pen. I love it a lot more than I thought I would. It is excellent. But really anything goes with black, so love that one. And then maybe I'll switch the next two. I just feel like putting that lighter blue in between. It's like a blue-green, but I don't know. This one is kind of more blue. Yeah, I'm just going to go. We'll go with, this is a Diamine mix. I watched Julia here mix this, and it's called Twist Over. That's what she named it, so that's what I named it. And it is, oh, I think I have the, where I did the mix in here. Yeah. So it's this mix. So it is 3 parts Overcast and 1 part Mint Twist from Diamine. And it comes out with this like bluish green and a little bit of shimmer, and it's kind of got some pinks in it. But I love the way that this one came out, and yeah, it's a beautiful ink. So let's see if we can get, I didn't mix a whole lot, but let's see if we can get enough out of here. I mean, there's quite a bit left in this sample vial, but see if I can get enough down. To do the swatch. I think I'm leaving actually too much room now. Because we're at what, 5, and I still haven't really hit, I'm almost half of the page. It's just such a pretty ink, and when it dries, the shading, the chroma shading you can see in it is gorgeous. So I put this in my Sailor 1911 Call of the Cthulhu, and love this pen since I had Kirk work on the nib for it. He took away the feedback and he did a reduction because this was a broad nib too, and it was just a little too broad for me, so I just had him do just a slight reduction on it. It's more like a medium or maybe a broader medium, but for a Sailor it's still a finer nib. So this is Diamine Mix by Julia here. Dubbed Twist Over. And I really don't mind to put shimmer inks in any pen. I will just clean them, and if it has leftover shimmer, then it has leftover shimmer. I'm not too hurt over having shimmer in my pens, so it's held up really well. It hasn't clogged at all. I didn't put a whole lot of shimmer in it because the one that has shimmer is Mint Twist, and we only did 1. It was like 3 to 1, so there wasn't a lot of shimmer in it, but it's enough to be able to see. So this is in my Sailor. And I always spell this pen wrong, so I know I'm going to this time. It's 1911 Large Call of the ULHU. it always looks weird, and so I'm always just questioning myself. And so we're going to go with this having a medium nib because that's basically what it equates to now. And I just love that ink. It's not like a super great pairing, but I thought with the color on these finials, because it's a little bit transparent, it looks a little bluer instead of green. And I think it goes really nice with that pen. But I'm not one who's super worried about pens like matching the ink. So, all right. So that was Diamond Mix by Julia here. Twist over in my Sailor 1911 large, Call of the Cthulhu. I love that pen. Next up is my Mont Blanc Around the World in 80 Days Cold Blue, and I adore this ink. And I don't like blues, but I don't know. The gray blues I think are the ones that really get me. I love a different blue. I don't want a blue that's just like basic Bic blue. I want something that's a little different. And so this one's more like grayish. It's very got, I mean, even maybe some purpley tones in the swatch. I don't remember if the like writing with it has purple in it. But it's very like navy, darker, like a bluish, purplish, gray, dusty. I don't know. But I love this ink. It is so good. And unfortunately, it is kind of hard to come by now. When I bought it in Atlanta. The lady told me that this one was one of, I guess, their more limited releases, and they had one bottle left, and she said that they wouldn't be getting any more. So I don't know how readily available it is, but this is one of their square bottles, so it looks like that instead of the shoe box or the shoe looking bottles. So I put this in a really fun pen. This is in my Pilot Heritage. Is it Custom Heritage? Yeah, Pilot Custom Heritage 912. And this has an FA nib. I love this pen, and I don't ink it up enough. I did swap out the feed. It has a red ebonite feed on it, and it makes it just flow so much better. So this is... So you can get like the broader down strokes and then the thinner cross strokes. Figure eights are not the easiest to do in this tiny space. But it puts down so much ink. I love this. The pen is amazing. So this is I'll try to flex it a little bit when I do the name. I'm not the best with brush lettering, especially in tiny spaces. Custom Heritage. So a little bit of different ways you can write with this thing. 912. Oh, I love it. And it has the FA nib. It's beautiful. And I think that's just a nice little pairing. It's a good wet ink, so it flows really good out of that pen. So next up is Colorverse Witch by Starlight. This is a Goulet Pens exclusive. They are the only place you can get this ink. It has like a purple shimmer, and I think it's like a navy color in the ink. It's kind of hard. It leans a little purple, it leans a little blue, navy, and then it has that shimmer that it just comes through a little different every time you use it. So, and depending on the paper, obviously, always makes a difference. But this is one of the prettiest inks. Again, me over here not being the blue person, but these aren't just standard blue inks. That's what I love. I love unique colors and the ones that have the shimmer and the chroma shading. And so this, it's like a navy ink, but then when the light hits it, it comes through more purple because of the purple shimmer. Okay, I have this inked up in my, and it's a purple pen, but I love it. And it is a bone crusher. It has, I don't know if the finial will come through. Oh, I hate when the zoom doesn't want to focus. So has their finial on the top, and the finial was silver, but you can see it's kind of like patinaing, and it has like a little bit of color on it. I think you can probably like buff it and it would come back, but I actually really like the way that it looks. All right, and I have this in a fine nib. Like I said, I am not one to shy away. I put what ink I want in what pen. If it clogs, I clean it. If it doesn't, great. But I've not had a whole lot of issue with shimmer inks in fine nibs. Mine seem to work, so I continue to use them. This is the Colorverse. I'm shaky today. Witch by Starlight. Flows really well. You don't get a lot of the different shades that you get with the swatch, so this would probably look better in a broader nib, but I like it. So the pen is the Alice model, so it's the same like dimensions as the Velma. So if you're familiar with their Velma model, it's the same dimensions, it's just a little bit shorter. And I love the smaller length of the body. So it is Bone Crusher. Alice. This is a diamond cast resin. So it is translucent purple. Diamond cast. I don't believe that they are making this resin anymore. There were a couple of blanks. You can see it has, maybe you can see it has little sparkles throughout. It's beautiful. I love this pen. So this ink is a drier ink, but it flows beautifully out of this fine nib. No problems at all. You can see it dried pretty quickly. And I love Bone Crusher pens. They're so good. All right, next up, this is Pannonia and Stationery Universe Midnight Morpho, the shimmering version, and it's purple with like a bluish purple. I think it's like a chromo, is that what they call them? Chromo, dual chrome. Yeah, dual chrome shimmer. I think that's what it is, because it depends on how you look at it in the light. It can look purplish pink and it can look blue when the shimmer hits. And I think the pairing that I have for it was, I think it's a perfect pairing. Yeah, I definitely think we could have went a little broader on these swatches. And it's okay. Live and learn. Next time I will try to map it out a little better just so I have enough space for everything. Try to get some of this shimmer down. It's so pretty. And I'm going to have to see if I can get a good like angle on the ink so you can see what I'm talking about the pairing. But I may have to just, if I can't get a good shot with the lighting in here, I'll take a picture in natural lighting and show the pen with the shimmer that it has and show you why I think this is such a good pairing. But I have this inked up in my Walltown Cattsburg in Hyacinth Hills. This was a gift from my friend Diana for my birthday this year. And do you see the little hollow sparkles? The resin is from Papa J. And oh my goodness, it's so good. I love this. Like, all of the blanks that he's doing in this series are stunning. Okay, so this one might be a little long. It is Pannonia Stationery Universe. Midnight Morpho. And it has a medium nib. I think there's a little bit of evaporation. Looks a little darker in the top line versus the second. You can see as it gets down to here, it's a little lighter. I know when I was writing with it before, it's a little lighter purple. And it looks like it matches a little bit better, but this pen is just so good. But the shimmer that you get with the hollow, when you can catch that purplish blue, I think it matches the shimmer in this ink so well. And the purple, like up here, tends to be what the writing looks like, and I think it's like a nice match for a lot of the purpley in this pen. These so pretty. Oh, I love this pen. All right, so last one. Now this pairing I have had some issues with. So the ink is a little, maybe a little dry. I need to put it in a different pen to know, but this is just a little sample that I got from Pinky Elephant. It's from Tag, their collaboration. This is called Dusky Sunset. I want to call it Dusty, but it's Dusky Sunset. And I think you can only get it in the 5-pack sample box that they have with all the colors. And I really like all of the inks, but this one, I just wanted to have a pink this month. And this one's kind of a dusky pinkish. And I love how these come because they have these little stopper things on them. Although every time I take it out, I get ink on my fingers. So this is a lighter ink, but I've not really found it to be too light in writing, but the problem is I think the pen that I have it in is just kind of drying out a little quicker than I can use it. Just has some, I don't know. And the thing is, I've not had any issues out of this before, so I don't know if it's like the pen and nib combo that might be giving me the issues, but I have it in, this is my pen, my collab with Myers Pen Co, and it is Celestial Dreams. But I have my gold Yovo, this is an 18 karat gold Yovo nib on it, and yeah, every time I write with it, it comes out just like it's not super dry. It'll start writing pretty quickly, but it does seem to have a little bit of a dry out issue. So I'm gonna have to put the ink in another pen and see how I feel about it. But I love the color. So this is the Tag and Pinky Elephant collab in Dusky Sunset. But I love the shading that this does when you write like larger. You can see those, like the top part will be a little lighter than the bottom, and it just looks so good. And this is in my Myers Pen Co. Oh, I guess I could do Heather Marie Plans because it was my collab in Celestial Dreams. So it's not like a super dry ink. You can see it's pretty wet, but it's just, I don't know, like I said, I've not had a lot of writing time with this 18 karat gold nib. I just got it at the Atlanta Pen Show, and I had it in another pen. Well, I had it in my Alice, and it was super wet, but I had Milky Way in it from Colorverse, and that ink is really wet. So that worked really well with it, but this ink may be just a little bit too dry or too, I don't know. But it has had a few issues where it's dried out on me. So I'm just going to keep testing it for the month, but I'm going to zoom out and let you see like the whole spread. So yeah, I had just a little bit of space left. Maybe I'll do something there. See if I can get in frame both sides, and I will put my pens out beside of it so you can see the pens and the inks, and we'll let this dry so you can kind of see the final version. All right, so here is the full lineup for June on my currently inked, and I love it so far. I'm having pretty good results with most of the pens. Some of them I may need to just, you know, swap out nibs or put a wetter ink in. But overall, I'm really thrilled with my lineup and all the colors. I think there is enough like These two, I was a little concerned that they might be a little too close, but definitely down you can see the green more in this and the blue more in this one. So I'm really happy with the way that this turned out. I love everything. I love how it looks. I will move the pins because I don't know if you can see that shimmer in, oh yeah, maybe right there in the Midnight Morpho. So you can kind of see that blue, how it goes with the hollow shimmers in the Hyacinth Hills. And then the shimmer in the Twist Over is just barely there. It's not too like in your face. It's just enough to give it a little sparkle. And then the same with really the Witch by Starlight. I love that ink so much because it's just very subtle shimmer, but it's beautiful. And then you can see this one's still a little wet, but it's drying. And that shading, I just love the shading. I love that color in the ink so much. All right, that is going to be it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.